but Shock are just so dominant, so persistent on getting the full win, crushing their opponents.
You will not beat them in the mirror. Nobody can ever really make these guys sweat.
This guy, MVP candidate for sure.
The linchpin strikes once more. Here we go.
He's laying it on thick right now.
This is the worst case scenario. Donut gonna get punted off the side.
Goodbye. Big bump into the thing. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we are down to the wire. A barn burner of a series.
What's cracking, Overwatch fans? Welcome to the Stage 2 title match for the 2019 Overwatch League season. We are live in Los Angeles where one team will be crowned the best in the world right now. The red-hot San Francisco Shock are the #1 seed and have lost just one map during their 9-match win streak. But their last loss, was at the hands of their opponent, Vancouver, in our Stage 1 final. The rematch is just 30 minutes away. This is the Watchpoint pre-show presented by State Farm. I'm your host, Malik Forte, joined as always by Zoe, Brent, and Sideshow. Before we get into the day, though, happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, actually not Mother's Day in the UK.
And I'm not a mother,
So thankfully, I don't have to thank
Don't
my
look
mum.
at yourself, Josh.
You shouldn't need a day to thank your mum anyway. You should be thanking her every day.
I do. I'm a mama's boy. I
I'm
thank
sure
my mom
you
every
ring
day.
your mum in the UK every day, don't you, Bren?
Yeah.
Every other day. Yeah. I won't lie.
Wait, Sideshow, what did you say?
Huh?
Did you ring your mother? Did you?
No, I haven't rang my mother for about 3 weeks, actually. I don't
need to
don't
get
really
on
have
that
any
right
intention
now.
of ringing her today either.
After this show, you should.
Let me get my phone out.
You monster. You monster. All right, cool. Guys, this is officially our last show of Stage 2, and we are going out with a bang, including a look and a listen at all of the greatest moments from Stage 2, complete with a behind-the-scenes look at some hilarious comms. Plus, it's Mother's Day. You heard us just say it. Hi, Mom. I love you, Mom. We're welcoming the moms of 5 Overwatch League pros for a truly heartwarming celebration. And we've got a very special version of Emote Control with the best moments from our stage playoffs. So here's how the Titans and the Shock made their way through our Stage 2 tournament this weekend. The Shock took out our #7 and #8 seeds, while Vancouver beat Dallas and outlasted New York yesterday. That sets up a rematch of our Stage 1 title match. Vancouver won that match, but the Shock have won 36 of 37 maps since then, including wins over Shanghai and Hangzhou during these stage playoffs. Led by main tank Super and damage-dealing star Sinatra, the Shock now have a chance to avenge their Stage 1 championship loss. They're going to need those stars to show up big time, right, Taicho?
Absolutely. And the person that I'm going to be looking at most throughout this match is Super, the main tank, because he really rose to prominence in that Stage 1 final last time these two teams faced. He read Bumper like a book. He was all over him. When Bumper went for plays, Super was there, counter-pinning, counter-charging, being able to land enormous shatters like this. Setting Choyobin up for enormous plays time and time again. He kept his team in it. He kept it incredibly close, got the better end of the Reinhardt v Reinhardt matchup, and he needs to do the same today in Stage 2 if they want a chance at being able to win and dethrone the Vancouver Titans.
Yeah, I mean, Bren called him yesterday the most improved player we have in the Overwatch League. But something else which really improved from the San Francisco Shock is also Sinatra. We have been criticizing him very early on in this season about him being maybe a little bit too aggressive, and that has changed. He's not overextending anymore. He's repositioning himself really nicely, and now he's we can see that he's actually taken a lot less damage. That's a significant amount less damage he's taken, and that does indicate that he's playing a little bit more cautious and that they just cleaned up nicely. Overall, when we talked to Sleepy yesterday, who has been playing for the San Francisco Shock in the past, he did say that he barely sees any mistake from the San Francisco Shock. Any of these players is actually playing flawless. How flawless exactly? Let's take a look at the stats here and how he compares to So-Min Soo. Overall, very, very close. We're seeing Sinatra taking the lead by a very small margin, really, in the hero damage done, and So-Min Soo dies a little bit less, but in terms of graviton efficiency as well as the average energy, and therefore also a lot of the damage they're doing, they're very, very, very even. So it's going to be a great game today.
With this match, there's so many storylines that we can pull from, but one in particular that I'm going to be looking at is actually the flex support players, in particular Violet on the San Francisco Shock, and how he's going to be matching up against Twilight as an individual, because he didn't have the greatest of games games. He made a couple of minor mistakes when it came to that last Stage 1 playoffs. Nothing huge by any means. I mean, there's definitely worse teams out there, but there were a few moments where he could have used the Transcendence a little bit later, could have maybe just avoided getting picked off at certain points in the game. But overall, this is a huge opportunity for Violet as a player and as an individual to prove himself as one of the best flex support players, if not the best flex support player. When we're having this conversation, discussing the best players on the Zenyatta role, it's often Jonak, it's often Twilight as the two names that come up the most. But this is Violet's opportunity now to be in that list and potentially take the #1 spot.
That's right. That flex support matchup, definitely something to keep an eye on today. Now, San Francisco and Vancouver are two of the most star-studded teams in the league. When we come back, Sinatra and Super tell us how they plan to avenge their Stage 1 finals loss, which has Bumper and Sominsu saying, not so fast. That's next on the Watchpoint Pre-Show.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile.
The Vancouver Titans, your Stage 1 champions.
스테이지 1 결승 때 샌프란시스코 쇼크와 풀세트를 가면서 힘든 경기를 치렀는데 저희 팀은 저를 포커싱하는 게 약점이기 때문에 그것 때문에 좀 힘들었던 것 같아요.
I think we just have to like keep the intensity throughout the whole match, like because last time map 7 we just choked
and 6 honestly.
Yeah, we just got like rolled and didn't make plans. We didn't have good planning at all.
Let's just not choke the last 2 maps.
Yeah.
I'm about to start crying, bro.
Good job, everyone.
I'm really proud of you guys.
Good job.
저번 결승전 때 썼던 전략을 쓰게 되면은 똑같이 또 지게 될 거라 생각하거든요. 저하고 시나트라 2명의 자리가 남았는데 다시 한번 누가 이기는지 겨뤄봅시다.
I mean, I think we felt how it was to lose last time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So like, especially when we got so far and we were literally right there, game 7, but we threw it away and we just didn't want that to happen again. So we wanted another chance to prove ourselves.
Yeah, I just agree with that.
Here's a look at how the two stellar main tanks are playing during these stage playoffs. Both Bumper and Super are known for their aggressive style, but so far Super is getting more out of his Reinhardt statistically this weekend. This will be a great head-to-head matchup to watch today. Bumper and the Titans are looking to make it 20 straight wins here in the Overwatch League. Not a bad start for a new franchise, if you ask me. Vancouver was tested by the mighty NYXL yesterday, but they passed that test with flying colors. Bryn, how special is this run that we are witnessing from the Titans right now?
Well, you said it yourself, Malik. I mean, we're approaching 20 wins now if they win this stage finals. The Vancouver Titans, they look on fire. And right now, when we think of dominant teams throughout the Overwatch League history, there's only one team that comes to mind, and that's NYXL. And Vancouver Titans are currently overtaking them in a lot of these regards. You can see there's 19 consecutive wins that I mentioned, one stage title win. They're looking to make that #2 today in the grand finals. If they manage it, they're currently going to be drawing with the NYXL in terms of the amount of stage finals they've won themselves. So right now, we need to be asking ourselves a serious question. Are the Vancouver Titans the most dominant team that we've ever seen in the Overwatch League thus far? Are they the best team in the Overwatch League that we've seen thus far?
Well, they would have to win today, but they've also got such a history that stretches back as well. They had a lot of accomplishments before the Overwatch League even began. And one of the players that was so decisive then and was incredibly decisive in the Stage 1 finals is Haxel. This guy made his name as being one of the most fantastic Genjis ever to touch the game of Overwatch. And now he's having unbelievable performances on Brigitte. Not normally a role that people think of when they talk about clutch plays or somebody to have a huge impact. There's a lot of players in the league that don't really enjoy playing it. They don't feel like they can have that much of an impact in the game. Well, Haxel makes his presence felt every single time. He dominated in the Stage 1 finals last time. He was so difficult for the San Francisco Shock to be able to deal with, and I'm hoping for the same kind of performance today where he can really put his stamp of authority on this match.
If we're looking at both of those teams and we're trying to see what the biggest difference is really, in playstyle they are both very aggressive. They also both favor the 3-3 compositions, except from when, you know, we see the Bonzo.
Bonzo.
That's a thing now, yeah, Bucker on Hanzo.
Bonzo.
But other than that, it's really, when we're looking at the flex support, where we see a big difference. We see a lot more Ana coming out of the Vancouver Titans, whereas the San Francisco Shock are sticking to that Zen pick. Here we see the actual usage rate. So usage rate, that's a really tough combination of words there. Anyway, my point being, Titans really favor that Ana. Now, Ana has become a lot harder to play in the current meta. We have a lot of shields and ways to really negate everything she can do in her kit. And that makes it a lot harder to actually get those timings right. Now, however, if we're looking at what she can do or what you can do with her, if you manage to get a Bionade off, for example, that has the same impact like, let's say, an EMP. This is a mechanic which will change the game completely. You're able to completely disrupt what your enemies are doing. This is something we see Twilight doing over and over again, not just those big Bionades, which actually are game-winning or teamfight winning rather for the Titans, but also the sleep darts he's hitting, and of course the insane amount of healing he's getting done on that Ana. So they should be sticking to that.
Twilight is so sick on that Ana. There's just so much star power between these two teams. But guys, it's a very special day when we get to crown a stage champion. But this day is extra special because it's also Mother's Day. So many of our Overwatch League players receive immense support from their moms. A handful of those player moms spent some time together yesterday to share with us and each other just how special this experience is for them and their sons.
Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, Mom.
To me, my mom is my #1 fan.
I'd like to thank you for all you do for me in my Overwatch career.
Just a huge, huge thank you for everything that you've done for me.
My favorite dish that my mom makes is mac and cheese and hot dogs.
She doesn't understand much about Overwatch, but she does text me and say like, oh, I'm starting to get it.
I think her proudest moment was probably the first time I ever went up on that stage.
And she's also the person that pushes me to keep doing like what I love to do.
Knowing that our boys are like the best of the best out there is just crazy. Corey's about 10 years old. I said to him, so what do you want to be when you grow up, you know? And he looked at me and he goes, Mom, when I grow up, he goes, I'm going to play video games and I'm going to make lots of money. And I remember at the time I was like, okay.
When Hydration told me that he was going to be a professional gamer, I looked at him and said, there is no such thing. You better apply for colleges. There is no such professional player. No. I started accepting it when I started reading about it, and then I discovered that there was this whole other world out there.
We just got back from the Dallas homestand weekend to be in the stands and to hear the crowd cheering his name. It was an emotion I think I'll never forget.
That kid, he can set his goals. He's going to work hard towards something. And now that he's there, I'm sure he'll keep that up.
I did get a lot of criticism, you know, from family, from friends. Yeah. Why do you let him play this video game so much? But I don't think they saw what we saw.
You have to change your ideal of what your child's path is.
And I love that they play in arenas and then so many people come to watch them. It's just like sports.
So nice to be around like other women that understand. This is truly the most amazing Mother's Day gift.
That's my best Mother's Day also. Yeah. To be here, to spend time with him, and also to be in this place where it's his passion.
I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow sitting with him and having him narrate everything that's going on.
Coming out here and spending the day with him is amazing.
You've been like a great help to my life, and I'm super thankful for you.
I mean, I built my confidence because you allowed me to really pursue what I loved.
Thank you for supporting me throughout this time on my journey in the Overwatch League.
Thank you so much for constantly pushing me to be myself and do everything that I possibly can.
I'm just really, really happy that that you're proud of me and that just everything you've done for me. Thank you. I love you so much.
And here are the moms from that wonderful piece settling it in to celebrate the day with their sons here at the Blizzard Arena as they take in our Stage 2 championship. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. I'm trying to fight the tears here, guys.
Good luck with that.
Well, Stage 1 was great, but Stage 2 has been even more epic, from astonishing win streaks to jaw-dropping plays and some hilarious calm moments along the way. We'll show you all the best from an unforgettable stage next on the Watchpoint Preshow.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
The Stage 2 title match is the culmination of one of the most exciting stages in the history of this league. Two undefeated teams, hundreds of eye-popping plays, and some good old-fashioned humor on the headsets. It was all there in Stage 2, and here's the best of the best. Welcome to Stage 2 of the 2019 Overwatch League season.
Okay, let's go. Boys, get hyped up, all right?
I can't wait to get this started, man. I think this is going to be a really, really fun one.
We'll see where it goes.
Is that Marshall Lynch?
This is hype.
Do you think you're the best wrecking ball in the league?
没错。
I'm here. I'm rocking. Barry, he fights for. Big shatter.
That was a 5-man shatter from Pepper. I got a bad feeling about this one, Monty.
Was this a classic Charlie Niner?
I forced it, guys.
Nice, Bulldogs.
It was all me.
Are you sure one last time we can't cut your mop?
Absolutely no. I've made up my mind. This is ridiculous that you keep asking me.
It can't be! It's Brennan the British Bull Cut Butcher!
Where is he?
I can hear it!
This is gonna haunt you for years.
I'm the global icon, national treasure. Golden Boy, welcome everybody!
The Valiants, they get the 0 off the board.
Let's go.
We won a game.
That is brutal. Erster just aced it.
Nice, Erster.
Oh, he's pinned out of the air. What? Well, they call him Swan for a reason.
Welcome to the Dallas homestand weekend. It is packed to the rafters.
EMP's gonna be coming out and find all 6 of them. Dallas Fuel, they take it home.
Hey, tell the Tunic fan to swap sides! Hey, swap sides!
They shut down NYXL again. The Shanghai Dragons have actually done it.
The Spartans secure the final spot in the playoffs.
For 5 weeks, the anticipation has been building. It is playoff time.
The Hangzhou Spark, unbelievable.
New York looking like a juggernaut.
The San Francisco Shock, they're moving on.
Vancouver Titans, just absolute dominance.
Vancouver
Vancouver Titans going back to the stage final.
San Francisco, we'll see you in our Stage 2 final.
It's time for Emote Control, presented by State Farm. Kicking this thing off, the London Spitfire were about to flip the point back on Oasis against the Spark, but they forgot to actually stay on point. This move was made infamous by a Cloud9 team back in the day. C9 ironically owns the London Spitfire, so doing the name proud, I guess. What you guys got for me?
Oh, that's mad unfortunate, honestly.
Is that a C9?
Yeah.
Got shattered.
No, I think it definitely is. There were definitely people that could have touched the point there, and they had an advantage in the fight. That's a classic Charlie Niner.
Okay, well in that case, forehead. So, changing my decision.
Quick switch, I like it. All right. It's not often we get to feature a Winston clip in Emote Control this season, but Super's timing with his bubble on Ding's Rocket Barrage pretty much made it a suicide mission. Super's playing out of his mind these days. What do you guys give this one?
I'll tell you what.
That's an obvious one.
Bless Baby Bay for giving us the space.
Can't believe it happened.
We finally have the PogChamp.
Yes.
Oh, the Baby
Here
Bay
we go.
PogChamp, it's so good.
Oh, man, that's
Is it a baby Pog or?
The Baby Champ.
Baby
I don't know.
Champ.
I don't
love
know.
it. All right,
Baby
next,
Pog.
moving along,
Pog
we've seen some tanks and supports flex into fun damage-dealing heroes in these playoffs. Violet here on Gibraltar, making his case for an appearance in our All-Star Widowmaker 1v1 contest. Filthy stuff from the Shock Flex support. What do you guys got?
This is my face when the Violet pulled out the Widowmaker and managed to get a 3K.
I'm going to go for the Fellfish here because I really don't know why they were peeking him. You got to give a bit more respect. I think they were just a bit tilted final map.
I mean, they didn't really expect Violet to come out on Widowmaker too, but no, I think he was happy about that.
Yep.
All right, moving along. Bumper has made a habit of making cameos on damage-dealing heroes as well. This time, he busted out the Roadhog against Dallas on Kings Road during the quarterfinals. The Titans' main tank was mashing on the Hog here. More of this, please, please. What do you guys
The
got?
baby Pog.
No, big soul for the enemy team right there. And he got like 5 consecutive kills with that one as well. That shouldn't have happened.
I loved it though. I mean, as soon as he pulled it out, I'm like, I'm just running Hog now on Kings Row, last point, every single time. Doesn't matter what I'm playing. Playing main tank, don't care.
Yeah,
Switching to Roadhog.
So you're
Bumper-
benched for the takedown.
Bumper gets carried by his team.
All right, last one, guys. Here's my desk hosting counterpart, Bucket. Making the most of his camera time, flexing those brows for the ladies, I guess. He's not here to defend himself, but even if he was, we wouldn't let him anyway. So, guys, what do you got for us?
I want to steal it by
I want to steal your what face.
What
I don't have one of my own, but this is definitely a
That's
what
a what
face.
face.
100%.
Oh,
What face?
even Golden Boy wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's
What's
just
he done?
odd.
Oh.
I don't know.
He might.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Golden Boy. All right, guys. And that does it for our State Farm Emote Control. Guys, we are less than 10 minutes away from the Stage 2 title match. Who will take home the crown? Will it be the Shock or the Titans? Something's got to give, and we've got our predictions next on the Watchpoint pre-show.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League.
They may be young, but they are ready. It's our Stage 1 Finals champions, the Vancouver Titans, looking to make it back-to-back stage titles today. but they have a tall order in front of them because they got to go against the San Francisco Shock, arguably the best team here in Stage 2. Results-wise, definitely the best team here in Stage 2, and they're going to be looking to avenge that loss from the Stage 1 finals today. The Titans' win streak is certainly impressive, but so is the run the Shock are on right now. They dropped only 1 map out of their last 37 maps, including 0 during the regular season matches in Stage 2. Sideshow, does this lead you to believe the Shock are a better team than they were when they lost the Stage 1 title match to Vancouver?
Well, I think it's pretty interesting, actually, because the San Francisco Shock have kind of been rolling teams. They haven't had any opposition. It does require some kind of mastery over your own variability to be able to put up consistent performances like that. But I don't think that that's a good indicator that they've improved massively coming into this match. It takes a different skill set to stomp the mid-table teams compared to being able to beat the Vancouver Titans. I'm not convinced just yet that they've improved that much.
Yeah. What about you?
No counterpoint?
No counterpoint? You look like you have something in your head. I was waiting for it.
There's something on my mind, but I'm going to save it, mate. Listen, I know there's something coming up. I don't need to pull it out just yet.
Well, okay, here are your predictions for the Stage 2 championship. Zoe and Bryn think San Francisco avenges their Stage 1 championship loss, but Sideshow likes the undefeated reigning stage champs Vancouver. Bryn versus Sideshow, 30-second face-off, go.
All right, so your point that you don't think that that means that they become a better team.
Yep.
All right, here's another counterpoint then. From the eye test, do you think that they're a worse team right now than the Vancouver Titans? Because I certainly don't. I feel like they've been playing up and up. They've been playing and they've been improving more over the course of the season. Vancouver Titans seem to be plateauing at the same level.
I wouldn't say the Vancouver Titans have been plateauing. Neither of these teams have been tested, apart from the Titans, who dismantled NYXL today, albeit in a close yesterday in a close match. But the Vancouver Titans are undefeated right now. Nobody's been able to defeat them, and even those maps in the Stage 1 finals, some of them were not close. They got blown out on Numbani.
37 maps out of 38 that they've won.
Yeah, against scrubs, against mid-table teams that put up no resistance.
Sure, the schedule. I put up a resistance.
Yeah, they managed to take one map.
Keep this going 30 minutes, but I don't think we've got the time.
I feel like we could do this for hours. I want to throw a real quick one at you guys. What's the likelihood we'll see Bumper on Hanzo today?
Not that high, honestly, because the San Francisco Shock love to play Batiste. I think that would counter it.
Thank you very much. Well, guys, that does it for the Watchpoint pre-show presented by State Farm. Enjoy the Stage 2 finals. We'll see you guys at halftime.